Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions, and thank you again so much for our time together. Tonight is the last Friday night service in Shangri-La. We'll be moving starting Sunday night. We've got teams of men working to start moving us over to the new center in corner Pioneer and Shaw Boulevard, right across from the Bahinean Center. It's called the Pioneer Center. We're on the third floor, 350 parking places, 1,700 square meters, a 1,000-seat auditorium. We're looking forward to you being with us. Tonight, I'm going to be teaching you, and I'll tell you already, tonight I'm going to be teaching you on Jesus' prayer of legacy, the legacy of complete unity and how that is entered into. So we'll have a great time out of the book of John 17 tonight. But right now, let's go back to Luke chapter 24, verse 45. Then he opened their minds so they could understand the Scriptures. Then he opened their minds so they could understand the Scriptures. Now he's speaking about his disciples, people that had listened to him teach for the last 3.5 years. But even with people that were so adept at learning, so adept at listening to him, we have to understand he had to open their minds so they could understand the Scriptures. Too many times we read the Bible like a book. And please forgive me, you can master a book very, very quickly. But the Bible is not like any other book you've ever picked up in your life. This is a spiritual book. These are spiritual words that are meant to need some help to understand. And too often today, people get into all kinds of false doctrines because they sit around and they try to understand the Bible intellectually. Yes, we can read it word for word. Yes, I understand that. But it also takes God opening our minds, because oftentimes our minds, as the Bible teaches us, they're dull. Our minds are clouded. Our hearts are calloused. And in this case, their minds were closed. They could not understand the Scriptures of the death and the resurrection of Jesus. Even though they had just lived through the events, they couldn't understand these things. Oftentimes you and I are living through passages in the Bible. We're living through experiences that the Bible teaches us, and forgive me, we don't understand. And then all of a sudden God opens our minds, and he gives us eyes to see, and he gives us a heart to understand. I want to challenge you today. Every time you read the Bible, every day as you sit down in your devotions, ask the Lord to open your mind. Open your mind so that you can understand. We have so many little closed doors in our brains of things that we don't believe in, or things that we don't like, or things that we don't understand, or, all these things, these little closed doors in our minds that will just stop us from understanding beautiful spiritual truth. Let's ask God. If the apostles needed this, forgive me, so do we. Let's ask God to help us open our minds.